Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And let me add my happy Mother's Day to all of the mother functioning people out there doing what it is that we do and celebrate this wonderful day. You know, every mother has heard a few excuses in her life. Here's a few of them: that it is the will of the fates or some divine plan. My dog ate my homework. The substitute teacher didn't cover that material. The instructions were not clear. And a popular favorite, the devil made me do it.
Yeah.
Allowing for the belief in duality, the existence of two equal opposing forces, creates the sense of a get out of jail free card, relieving us of personal responsibility for both our actions, but more importantly, how we feel about our actions. The Bible's book of Leviticus offers instructions in great detail regarding the release of our sins by infusing our misdeeds through prayer into a hapless goat chosen at random and sending it off into the wilderness. Read Leviticus if you want to know which clothes to wear and how to prepare yourself for that uh, that deed. And this scapegoat, it seems, is an Old Testament representation of the teacher Jesus, who is reported to have died for our sins in the New Testament. Duality also sets the stage for allowing unscrupulous people to weaponize religion, forcing obedience under threat of blasphemy. My traditional Christian upbringing taught us the greatest trick of the devil is convincing us that he does not exist. But the science of mind informs us that it's our divine gift, freedom of choice, that can be our undoing when we fail to remember how the universe works. Rather than accept the awesome power we are graced with and the responsibility that comes with it, our egos seek protection by deflecting blame to some outside cause, the devil, our scapegoat. My friend John Bigelow writes in We Are More, the cessation of the chattering and prodding of the ego is gained through the conscious awareness of who we truly are. When we know who and what we are, the false self is no longer necessary as a sparring partner and simply falls silent. Just to be clear, John writes, the ego is not the devil or the adversary or evil. It is simply another piece of the maze we need to master in the process of reaching mastery. It provides another way for us to discover who we truly are through the discovery of who we are not. Until we come to this knowing, we need to stay aware of the pull of our emotions and desires, because the ego will be seeking ever more exquisite and ingenious ways to be seen and recognized. Now we face thousands of choices every day. Some are innocuous enough and simply demonstrate a preference. The socks I put on today, the book I choose to read. My soul is probably not hanging in the balance on these decisions. Unless, of course, I'm dressing to hike the Appalachian Trail, or I need to be reading some specific book because of a commitment I've made to someone else earlier. Now the choice takes on a spiritual element. Wear the wrong socks, and there will be consequences in the form of blisters, frostbite, or unstable footing leading to a slip or fall. My ego does not want to accept the responsibility for the consequence, so it seeks out a devil to blame, a scapegoat, to get me off the hook. The Weather Channel did not mention snow on the trail today. There was no sign at the trailhead warning of slippery or uneven ground. How could I be expected to know hiking a mountain trail in winter could be hazardous? Someone should have protected me. This broken leg is the work of the devil. Science of mind holds up to scrutiny. My traditional upbringing seems rife with loopholes and inconsistencies when subjected to critical examination. Science of mind informs me I had a choice. I had a responsibility to inform myself of the conditions on the trail. Either I did not inform myself, or I made bad choices with full knowledge of the risk. Either way, the devil was not involved. Almost as if the devil did not exist. Evil is a human concept. It starts with us. Even knowing the cost is our immortal soul, we choose the rabbit hole. No one else made us do it. Tigers and lions kill to eat. Killing is a requirement of their existence. There is no discussion, no alternative. Humans have evolved socially to where a requirement of our existence is the ability to barter with each other. We have specialized our skills, divided the labor, established economies based on trade. So it is no surprise that we are transactional beings. Transactional nature, selling our soul to the devil to get something in return, usually something coveted by our ego, fame, fortune, love, an unrequited love, someone not available or with totally unmatched desires, assuming someone should love you simply because you desire them. We make this deal with the devil to get what we think we want. Transactional, only doing the right thing in return for a favor. We will provide the weapons you need to defend democracy, but we would like you to do us a favor in return. And then we feel hurt when the transaction goes bad. Spiritual, doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. What do you need? We'll work out the details when things settle down. Duality forms the core of a belief that allows a devil to exist. And that's impossible when we recognize that there is only one power, an infinite loving God. Holmes writes in the Science of Mind textbook that in theology, the belief in duality has given rise to the idea of God and a devil, each with equal power to impose upon man a blessing or a curse. And men have worshipped a devil just as truly as they ever worshipped God. Even today, this monstrous thought is robbing men of their birthright to happiness and a sense of security. Shifting blame to some other allows us to be a victim. Victims get attention. They get sympathy. They get excused. Admit you allowed the devil to misdirect you, and you can be forgiven, absolved, released from responsibility. Deny the devil, and there ain't no one up on that cross but you. Because it was your choice and yours alone that put you where you are. This is a hell of your own making. But wait, there's more. Science of mind informs us the one power, God or Spirit if you like, is a loving power. This power creates for us as we believe, and it doesn't hold a grudge. If we determine that what we are believing is hurting us, we can believe something different. And Spirit creates a new reality for us without judgment. We can wallow in our guilt, really beat ourselves up for choosing the wrong socks for a winter mountain hike, or we can learn from the experience and move on. Oh, sure, the leg is still broken, and that is inconvenient for a while, but it doesn't need to define who we are. I've heard stories of people so spiritually evolved they can believe away the fracture as if it never happened. Now, personally, I'm not there yet myself, and I'm okay with that. I remain open to arriving there any time. I remain open to a lightning bolt of Spirit striking me so deep that it changes everything from the core of my beginning to every experience I have. And I don't have to know how, and I don't have to know when or why. My chattering ego wishes it were otherwise, that the path is laid out before me with signposts and rest stops and easy living all along the way. But I know that my path is unique and will be revealed to me, is revealed to me one step at a time. If only there were some powerful force that could arrange that, I would sell my soul. But wait, I am that powerful force. I can arrange that by simply using my power as Spirit does, facing each challenge with love, seeing Spirit in each person, not just those who ease my journey, but especially in those who challenge my peace, using my power to create rather than to tear down, to remember the same storm that spawns tornadoes fill the sky with rainbows. And remember, the devil's power is granted by us and exists only when we allow it. We are the architect of our experience. We are the power that develops our experience. When we do our prayer treatment, when we remember that we are unified at all times with this loving spiritual power, and incorporate it into our thoughts and our decisions, and especially our words. When we remember we are this loving power, there can be only one, Duality is a false concept developed by people who have allowed their egos to take over their life. People who have decided at some subconscious level, not consciously probably, but at some conscious level, that they need to be this outer appearing authority. And they use the power of religion, the power of a devil, if you will, the power of the idea of a devil, to force others to comply, to stay in line, to obey the rules. The rules are really simple in science of mind. Act with love. Think with love. Be the loving energy that is what truly Spirit truly is. If we are acting with love, if you are making your decisions based on love, there is no room for evil to creep in. Our egos fall silent because they are not who we are. Spirit is this loving energy that when we listen to it, when we allow it to guide our choices, tells us, check the weather. Know where you're going. Prepare for what is truly there, not what you want to be there, not what you think might possibly be there, but check the details. If heavy woolen socks are called for, wear them. If you have a report due at your job tomorrow based on this book, read the darn book. Don't go in unprepared. Do your homework. Do your spiritual work. And let that guide bring us the beautiful, loving experiences that are truly ours to enjoy. It'll still be cold up on that mountain, but our feet will be toasty warm, and we'll have good footing, and we'll enjoy the view, and enjoy the experience, and enjoy the exercise, because we made good, practical choices based on what Spirit guided us to choose. If we allow our ego to say, well, I'm going to wear my little thin socks because they look so good on me, and we break our leg in the process, that's on me. Now I know there's a little bit of a devil riding on your shoulder right now. There's certainly one accompanying me from time to time. But it's just me, and it's just you. Let it fall silent. You don't even have to tell it to be quiet. Because when you're allowing the roar that is spiritual love to flow through you, to allowing yourself to be a conduit for all of that beautiful spiritual energy, the sound of your ego cannot be heard. If you've ever stood next to a waterfall, you know what I'm talking about. That sound is so overpowering, and yet so relaxing. I have a little waterfall in my front yard. I can hear it outside the window right now. It just calms me and fills the empty spaces that my ego would otherwise try to occupy. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.